Valley Club, a lot of great teams in Marvel Strike Force, but sometimes it's a hybrid team that needs to get the job done. A few weeks ago, we talked about the best power couples in Marvel Strike Force. Well, we are expanding that to the top trios in Marvel Strike Force. The groups of 3 characters that work very well together that you could use in a bunch of hybrid teams and really see what are the top trios. You know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having an excellent day. In this video, we are counting down the top trios in Marvel Strike Force. So kind of an expansion of the video that we did a few weeks ago talking about the best power couples. Now, just like that video, some of these teams are, or some of these trios are gonna be from the same team, but there's some that are from different teams. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up on a normal week, at least 5 pieces of Marvel Strike Force content. Well, let's jump into the game and talk about the first triple threat in this video. And triple threat meaning groups of 3 that could, that's a big threat to enemies, not necessarily threatening in 3 game modes, but the first triple threat here is this group of Blastaar, Mephisto, and Kahori. Now, this is primarily a Cosmic Crucible team, very dominant in Cosmic Crucible because Blastaar was designed as a Cosmic Crucible character, but also gives a little bit of value in war as well. And the reason this is such a good team or a good trio starts off with Kahori. If we look at her passive, on spawn, after all other characters on spawn effects, build speed up by 200%, which means she is getting 2 turns right off the bat. You start with 2 basics. That means that Blastaar is using basics for his assist and filling up his bomb burst. So whenever a non-summon ally uses a basic ability, attack the primary target 175% damage, 20% piercing, clear negative effects of this character. If this character does not have silence, gain 1 bomb burst up to a maximum of 5. And when he has a max of 5 bomb bursts, well, he's gonna do the big attack and gaining more piercing per bomb burst on his character up to a maximum of 1250% damage, piercing damage as well. So huge damage every time he gets if he is full with bomb burst. So you're gonna get 2 right off the bat with Kahori. Then Mephisto is gonna go and on spawn, if this character is not a clone, does not have 2 or more exhausted, gain 666% speed. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Until this character's first turn. If this character has any mythic enemies gain charge on his first turn, become empowered. And empowered, you have 3 different packs that you could use. You could use the basic, which will give the Blastaar another bomb burst. So he'll do this one. It's not the best of the packs. I mean, the special is good. Usually people are opening with the ultimate, but if you open with the basic, then Blastaar is gonna get his first turn. And if we go back to this, he's starting with 666% speed. So that is gonna affect his speed stat, not necessarily his speed bar. So he's not gonna get like 3 turns right out or 6 turns right off the bat. His speed stat is gonna go up by a lot, which is gonna give him a first turn right away, which means you could do his basic and give Blastaar another bomb burst, which means that he should start, if everything is correct, with 5 bomb bursts, which means that this ultimate is gonna be a big nuke. This is a great trio. Actually, with this, you could actually put whatever you want in the 4th and 5th spot, depending on the enemy. If it's a weaker team, you're just gonna nuke them. If they have some sort of defensive safeguard, defense up, some other things that mitigate the damage, well, you might need some other characters that can take care of that. But this is a very strong trio. Like I said, primarily Crucible, but also pretty good in War as well. All right, this next trio, you're gonna be able to use them in multiple game modes, Crucible, War, and other kind of game modes, Battle World, Towers, things like that. But it is a combo of Franklin Richards, Sue Storm, and depending on your enemy, we're gonna replace that 3rd character. So for arena offense, I like Human Torch. Some people still use Mr. Fantastic, but I think Human Torch is a little more offensive minded. Offense up, big AoE attack. Mr. Fantastic is a little more defensive minded. So for arena defense, I prefer Mr. Fantastic. Arena offense, I prefer Human Torch. Now, depending on which enemies you're facing, Crucible or War, I like to have Human Torch on offense. There may be a few enemies where Mr. Fantastic and his ultimate clearing all the barrier might help them. Gaining taunt might help as well. Also with the special, stunning the primary target and getting a little bit more damage to the primary and adjacent targets as well. So depending what you need, if you need just pure damage, Human Torch is the 3rd. If you need some protection with that taunt, if you need to clear the barrier of enemies, maybe an early stun. Mr. Fantastic is the way to go. But yeah, Franklin Richards, Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, and then one of these characters for the one of the top trios in the game. Probably the most versatile because they are in the arena meta, whereas some of these other characters are not really in the arena meta. But yeah, strong trio here, guys. All right, next thing I want to talk about is probably no surprise to you if you've been watching my channel for a while. The Vigilantes, my current favorite team in Marvel Strike Force, and it all revolves around Silver Sable and her ultimate. If she's able to survive long enough, get this ultimate off, you're usually winning the fight. Sometimes you can still win a fight. We went into a war battle earlier today, lost Silver Sable very early on, but still was able to win it because of the Punisher counterattacks. Now, my second favorite character is probably Punisher on this team. However, to make him work fully, you need at least 4 Vigilantes. When an enemy attacks a Vigilante, if this character has 4 or more Vigilantes, attack that enemy counterattacking, 125% piercing. So on a full Vigilante team, second favorite is probably Punisher. But if we're just going for a team of 3, Elektra's out, Punisher, my favorite thing about him is counterattacks. I also like his AoE on his ultimate, but my favorite thing is his counterattacks. He loses that on a non-full Vigilante team. So that just kind of leaves by default Daredevil Modern. If we look at his passive, when an enemy with vulnerable is attacked, heal self and all Vigilante allies for 5% of this character's max health. In the raids, it's even more. These guys are supposed to be for the raids, but still very good in multiple game modes. Crucible, War, also very, very good. Usually has a full 5-person Vigilante team, but if you're just looking to go with 3 people and maybe use some other characters to counter specific things on the enemy team, this group of original Vigilantes is very good. We got some sustainability from Daredevil Modern. We have a very early stun with Hit Monkey, stun, trauma, piercing damage. We got a big chain attack on his special as well. His passive, on his turn or an enemy with vulnerable turn, if this character's health is full, attack the enemy with the highest health. This is gonna ignore taunt, stealth, gonna be for 200% piercing and apply 1 vulnerable to maximum of 5. If it's not full, he's gonna be healing himself. So great passive. I like the full Vigilante team, and I like Punisher a little bit more than Hitmonkey and Daredevil Modern, a full Vigilante team. But if we're just going for 3, Silver Sable, Hitmonkey, and Daredevil Modern are the ones to take for the team. Next trio on this list comes up from another recent team, but unlike most of the recent teams, it's not just the 3 newest members. We're actually going to include one of the reworks here. I think Hobgoblin is probably the strongest outside of the team. Obviously, this is a raid team, but also very good in Crucible and War. Enemies attack all enemies, 200% damage, heal block, rage, trauma for 2 turns. Bonus attack 5 random enemies, 150% damage. On the passive, when an enemy that has a negative effect is attack the most injured enemy, 150% damage. You're also reducing speed bar if you include Scorpion instead of Vulture on this team, but I think Vulture's a little stronger just standalone. Scorpion does have that infestation tag, so it seems like he's meant to be with infestation and war and on this team in the raids. As far as Cosmic Crucible, kind of use who you want, but Hobgoblin is definitely on the team. Superior Spider-Man is definitely on the team as well. If we look at his passive, he spawns with immunity to all Sinister 6 allies, immunity to 2 turns to the raid team, Insidious 6, Vulture, Shocker. But when the enemy with a negative effect is attacked, heal self and all Sinister allies 6% of this character's max health. So this is kind of the healer of the team, a passive healing to keep that sustainability. The ultimate is gonna attack the primary adjacent targets for some damage, but there's a big heal. All Sinister 6 allies, 25% of this character's max health, also generating special ability energy for self and Sinister 6 allies, but it is gonna be extra for Shocker, Vulture, and the rest of the Insidious 6, 2 special ability energy. This special is a strong one as well, attacking the primary target with ability block, a big rebound chain as well. So that is a very strong move, and I like Vulture a little bit more than Scorpion. Vulture was a meta character with his rework. Now he's got some post-Aerie stats and he is back in the meta. As soon as he got those updated stats, he's back in the meta because he had a strong kit ever since his rework with the Superior 6. Big AoE attack, reducing speed by 25%. This is a great one. This passive is great as well. On spawn, heal speed by 10% per hero ally. So on a full hero enemy team, you're gonna gain a lot of extra speed. And with this one, the special, usually this is a very early turn opening, attacking the primary targets, 300% damage, clearing 2 positive effects. Usually this is gonna be taunt if there's no safeguard on that target as well. So very, very strong opening. I love Vulture's kit. He is one of the better characters in the game, and paired with Hobgoblin and Superior Spider-Man could use him a lot of content, guys. Our next team is a mutant team with a lot of synergy between all three of these characters. Professor X, Old Man Logan, and Nightcrawler. We do have some characters with some outdated stats here, but Professor X is so strong in the meta. I think this is still a strong meta team. It starts with Nightcrawler. He has a charge on his passive here on spawn, gaining speed up and 2 charge. And if we look at his special here, what it's going to do, does some damage, stun, all that stuff is good. But if we look at the charge, if charge fills speed bar by 20% for self and all X-Men allies, that is going to allow Old Man Logan and Professor X to go a little earlier. Also, if you're able to get this ultimate up, apply 1 speed up to self and all X-Men allies to a maximum of 3, prolong the duration of positive effects for self and all allies to a maximum of 3 as well. So Nightcrawler gets them to go fast. He's a pretty fast character as well, and he has a base speed of 120, which is not that bad. Pretty good. We also have Professor X, which is one of the stronger characters in the game. If you allow him to take a turn and you don't have Franklin Richards already applied silence on the team, well, he is just going to decimate your team. It's going to be over. Yeah, so you either need to kill him before he takes a turn or have Franklin Richards or someone else with silence on the team. It's a very, very strong ult special here. He's gonna summon his Cyclops. The Age of X Cyclops is going to summon him, do a lot of stuff here. It is a wall of text here. I'm not going to read this whole thing in the video. Has a big damaging ultimate here, big AoE attack, and if this one goes off, it's usually game over. You get a lot of control and some damage from the special, but this is some huge damage from the special as well. And Old Man Logan, probably the top pre-Ares stat character still in a game right now. He still has the old stats, and he's still very, very good. Starting with his passive, no enemies can gain charge. So if you're facing an enemy, Old Man Logan, well, that's just going to screw up the Nightcrawler and the extra charge that he's going to give, the extra speed bar he's giving. When he's attacked, though, his speed bar fills for himself by 20%. So kind of want him close to a tank. He does spawn with, or it does get, when he does his ult special here, he does get a revive once here. Where is the revive once? There it is. Apply revive once to self and a Dockin ally as well. So we'll get that. And then the ultimate big damage and gets the claws out. What the claws out does is it makes the special a little better. So if it claws out, the special does a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, this is a great pairing. Nightcrawler speeds them up, and then you got a sustainability and damage from Old Man Logan, and he has some huge damage and control from Professor X. All right, we're gonna go old school with this one. This was the arena meta for a while, and they are still very involved in the Crucible and War meta. That is the 3-piece of the Annihilators: Endgame Thanos, Gore, and Gladiator. You got some big damaging passive from Thanos. You got to make sure that you don't want him to drop below 50%, or you're ready to deal with this that's going to happen. Reduce duration of all positive effects by 5 on all enemies. Any positive effects as a duration of 0 expires instantly, including safeguard, big AoE attack, 400% piercing damage, 30% drain, 1000% extra focus. It's unavoidable, cannot be blocked, cannot be counterattacked. Has like a mini version of that on his ultimate as well. It's just reducing the duration of positive effects on the enemies by 2 instead of 5, but still kind of that same effect on his ultimate there. We have one of the best tanks, one of the most annoying tanks in the game with Gladiator. Not as bad when it's a summon version from Lalandra, but man, when it's the real Gladiator version, build up gear tier 20 or gear tier 19.5 like this one, yeah, very tough to deal with. Lots of reflexive taunts, and then Gore does a lot. He's a counter to a lot of characters. His ultimate, if enemy has charged, fill this character's speed bar, and he's also going to do a big attack, piercing damage, clear all charge, defense up, evade, and revive once. Safeguard to self and all Annihilator allies. This is a very strong character, and these group of 3 very strong. Endgame Thanos gets put into a lot of teams, but this pairing, this group of 3, you could put a 4th and 5th and be in a lot of content still in Cosmic Crucible. Maybe not top end meta content, but a lot of the teams in Cosmic Crucible and War. Brimstone is currently the top War team and is currently the top Battle Royale team as well. And this one's a simple one. Just take out the 2 reworks, and the 3 new characters are very strong together. You keep Strange Heartless in there. You could just keep Elsa Bloodstone in there. but you got some big damage from Diamond Hellstrom on his ultimate, flipping offense down on self, attacking all enemies, 400% piercing. On kill, he is gonna do the Icarus. He's gonna repeat that attack, some huge damage. Gets even better in war. His passive on enemy death, healing for 25% of his max health. He's gaining more speed bar, 25% more speed bar on enemy death as well, and ability energy for 2 Brimstone allies or self who are not full energy at the start of this turn. So super strong ultimate, and you are starting this on turn 1. You're also getting some damage from Hellcat, the brawler of the team. A lot of her abilities need at least 3 or more Brimstone allies. You're not getting the full use out of Hellcat, but she is still a great pairing on this team, probably better than Doctor Strange, Heartless, or Elsa Bloodstone, but strong ultimate, clearing negative effects, attacking the primary target, stun, and one of the following for 2 turns: 2 bleeds, heal block, disrupted trauma, a chain attack as well. We have some big damage from the special as well, some piercing damage, and decently strong basic there with more piercing damage, and the survivability, the sustainability is coming from the living mummy. He gains 2 counterattacks and revive once. In any turn this character has revived once, does not have taunt, he's going to gain that taunt, safeguard, and he's going to be healing himself as well on revive if he dies, clearing negative effects from self and all Brimstone allies. Revive additional 25% character max health per Brimstone allies. So starting off with a very strong passive, tough to kill him. 3 evades, revive once he's gaining with his ultimate. They're also attacking the primary station targets for some big damage. Speed up to self and Brimstone allies, healing self and Brimstone allies as well. It is not limited by the amount of Brimstone allies that you have, unlike Hellcat. There some big damage on the special as well, clearing 5 negative effects from self and Brimstone allies, healing self and all Brimstone allies as well. So yeah, we get some limitations from Hellcat, but Living Mummy, Diamond Hellstrom kind of make this team, and I think Hellcat is the best third to round out this team. All right, moving on to the Hellfire Club. If I had to pick 2 members of the Hellfire Club, it's Rachel Summers and Sebastian Shaw. But if we had to pick 3 members, polls are probably a little different. So we're going to go a little different, and we're not just going to pick the 3 most recent characters. We're still going to use Rachel Summers. She is a great character, and I'll start with her passive. She does a lot for the Immortal X-Men allies as well, or if there's at least 3 Immortal X-Men or 3 Hellfire Club members. But let's talk about the stuff that can do on a team of 3. She's going to gain immunity on enemy turn if this character is speed up or stun attack for 250% piercing, flipping 3 positive effects to negative effects. Protector enemies cannot spawn with immunity or safeguard. Support enemies cannot spawn with immunity and cannot gain speed bar on spawn. Also, she's going to gain 25% drain. Hellfire Club, Immortal X-Men allies also gained that 25% drain as well. Her ultimate's also a very strong one, attacking the primary target, 500% piercing, flipping positive to negative effects, attacking adjacent targets, 500% piercing, clearing positive effects, spreading stun, which is pretty cool. Most characters can spread negative effects, don't spread stun. They spread from the primary target to all adjacent targets. On kill speed bar for self, random Jean Grey, random Sebastian Shaw ally by 70%. So you're not going to get these on the team that we're thinking about, but she will get that 70% speed for herself on this move. And you're also the special, attacking primary target, 400% damage, flipping positive to negative effects, reducing speed bar as well. Bonus attack, most injured enemy, again, 400% damage, clearing 3 positive effects, reducing speed bar for herself, and spreading stun and 3 negative effects from the primary target to the most injured enemy as well. So she is a great addition to the team. Let's talk about the next member, and that is Azazel. Now, Azazel is not gonna spawn with this. He's not gonna get the speed bar. He's not gonna get ability energy, but he will give the entire team drain. 15% drain. Hellfire Club versus allies gain 15% drain. So they are all gonna get that on a 3-person team with Azazel. It's gonna start with this special. You're not gonna have enough ability energy to do the ult on turn 1, but attacking all enemies, 320% damage, flipping defense up, applying bleeds, bonus attacking the enemy with the highest damage for 320% damage, applying blind. You're not gonna do this on a 3-person team. When you do this ultimate, attacking the primary target, 250% piercing, plus clearing 1 positive effect, reduce speed by 15%, then a big rebound chain. 8 targets, infinite spaces of the primary target, 250% piercing, clearing positive effect, reducing speed bar, also bonus attack the enemy with the highest speed for 250% piercing, clearing 1 positive effect, playing slow, reduces speed bar, and the last, we're not gonna choose Sebastian Shaw. The reason we're not gonna choose Sebastian Shaw on spawn, he will gain taunt, He's gonna bury herself for max health, but he needs 3 or more Hellfire Club to start with spawn. He's not gonna to start with charge. He will still gain it when an enemy attacks him, but we're not gonna put him on this team. We're gonna choose somebody else. We're gonna choose Emma Frost. The reason Emma Frost is here, minus 10 speed to all enemies, and that is their speed stat. Their base speed gets reduced. Also, every turn, she's gonna heal herself as well. Strong ultimate, clearing all charge. All right, she's gonna get the charge, but clearing positive effects from enemies, applying blind to the primary target, and then you're gonna mind control 2 enemy or ally characters. The ones with the most damage are gonna attack the primary target, gaining some extra damage as well. We have a cleanse. You're gonna clear all negative effects from self and all allies, immunity to self and all mutant villain allies. Rachel Summers not gonna get that, but Azazel will. So yeah, she is a great character. This passive is very, very strong. And you got a strong trio on the Hellfire Club here. Our next trio is a bunch of characters that have kind of fallen out of the meta. They're still very, very good. And if you're not sure where to pair these characters, well, old Nightstalkers, Odin, still very, very strong. It does start with Odin though, and his passive. He is on ally turn gonna gain assist now, which means that he is, it's gonna help to set up his special. So as long as you got some fast allies going before him, he's gonna assist them. As long as there's nobody with like a passive like Echo that stops assist, he is gonna do this, which means that on his first turn, he is gonna be able to get his battlefield effects. So here we go. If this character has used their basic counterattack or assist, so hopefully that speed from Blade, Oath, get him as assist. It's gonna clear all battlefield effects on the enemy side, apply the battlefield effect, all Father's Fury to the enemy side. All Father's Fury is active at the start of an enemy turn. On an enemy turn, Odin will use his basic at the basics unlock level, and this is a strong one. Attack all enemies, 280% piercing, 50% drain, clearing 2 positive effects, steal 3% health from all enemies, redistribute to self. So bypass heal block. This attack redistributes a maximum of 6% of this character's max health per target. Also clearing 2 negative effects from self and all allies. Yeah, this is a very, very strong character and a strong move, especially if paired with fast characters like Blade and Oath. Blade is pretty fast. If we look at his base speed in the game, 127, pretty fast. Anybody over 120 is pretty fast in my opinion. Blade goes first, and he has a Blade, characters killed by Blade cannot be revived, successful attack, clear defensive up, and apply defense down to each target. At the end of turn, flipping slow defense down on 2 random Nightstalker allies or self that had slower offense down. Self ally crit on the following turn, gain assist now. So he's gaining some assist now as well. He's gaining drain. Nightstalker allies gaining drain. Odin has drain on his basic, so lots of drain all around. And you're usually opening this very fast ultimate. Attack the primary target, 280% piercing, 290% piercing, reducing the speed bar by 20%. Steal 20% health from the primary target. Redistribute to self. This bypasses heal block. Then you're going to attack the primary and adjacent targets again. 320% damage, reduce speed bar for all of them, 25%. Clear immunity, apply disruptor for 2 turns, blind for 2 turns. This ignores defense up and is unavoidable. So that should be Odin's first turn using his basic. And then Oath, very fast as well. She has a base speed right after Blade, 126, not 127. So she's gonna go right after him. On offense, she is gonna fill speed bar by 5% for herself and all allies. So getting them a little bit faster there. And on any Nightstalker's turn and attack the most injured enemy with exposed, 240% piercing, reduce the duration of all positive effects by 1. Any positive effects at 0 expires instantly, including safeguard. But you're probably going to open with this big AoE attack. Attack all enemies, 320% piercing, applying slow. 2, he bleeds, heal block to the primary target. So very, very strong opening with this team. Fast Blade followed by Oath. You're getting 2 assists from Odin. He goes with special battlefield effects is on the field, and your enemies are in a nightmare. All right, last team on the list, and I got one more honorable mention, but these are the only teams with pre-Ares stats. They're still valuable. This is more of a Cosmic Crucible team, but Captain Britain, Hank Pym, and Black Panther Shuri are a powerful combo in Cosmic Crucible, but I also still see them on War Defense. They are beaten by a lot of teams, but you have to use up a pretty decent team to beat these guys. Starts off with Black Panther Shuri. She's usually starting off with her special, attacking the primary target, 250% piercing, applying a blade block 2 turns, heal block for 2 turns, rebound chain, a bunch of other stuff. In Crucible, she gets even better. Then we're going with Hank Pym. usually with his ultimate. Big AoE attack, 450% damage, clear immunity, slow, 2 turns offense down for slow, heal self and all hero allies, 15% of this character's max health, sometimes through the special where you're flipping negative effects to positive effect on self and Illuminati allies, barrier self, and all Illuminati is 25% of this character's max health. They're going to attack the primary target, 80% piercing, bonus attack the primary target, 320% normal damage, not the piercing damage. And then it all, oh, look how big he is. And the whole group is tied together by Captain Britain. His passive is also a very good one. He has some counterattacks as well. On turn, attack all enemies, 240% damage, 20% drain, flipping immunity, and applying defense down to each target. Every time he takes a turn, that is going to happen. But the big thing here is the speed manipulation, especially for Cosmic Crucible. The speed of this character and each Illuminati can only be reduced by slow. So that is their base speed. You cannot reduce their base speed. So Emma Frost does not work on Captain Britain. In Crucible, the speed bar, so that is their turn meter, can only be filled or reduced by any character for themselves, allies, or enemy. This does not apply to speed bar gain through normal means. So you cannot manipulate their turn meter, their speed bar at all in Cosmic Crucible when Captain Britain is on the field. Not for yourself, not for your enemies. Captain Britain just eliminates that in the entire match. He also has a very strong ultimate that I love. It starts with a big primary target attack, 600% damage, applying stun for 1 turn, disrupted for 1 turn, trauma for 1 turn, and the target, and if this character's health is above 50%, gain taunt for 1 turn, immunity for 1 turn as well, and clear all negative effects on this character. So very, very strong in Cosmic Crucible. Okay on war defense. That's primarily where you're going to use this team right now. And even though they didn't quite make the list, they're still very good in Cosmic Crucible. Maybe not as good as war in other game modes, but this pre-Ares stat team still works very well. Now, the 4th is probably going to be Kang. The 5th, probably someone like Ares or Titania, but they are still able to take out a bunch of teams in Cosmic Crucible. Maybe not the top end meta teams, maybe not the top 2, but the other 4 realms, well, this Cabal can take out some of them. It starts with Iron Patriot and his big special, attacking all enemies, clearing positive effects, applying 1 vulnerable to maximum 5 defense down to a maximum of 3 to each target. That is a strong one there. Normally, then it goes Namor with his big ultimate, attacking all enemies, 300% damage, flipping positive effects to flipping all positive effects on each target, reducing speed bar of all enemies that have vulnerable by 50%. So that should have been applied by Iron Patriot. And then you got the big cleanup from Leader. He has a lot on his passive here that helps their damage, helps the whole Cabal team. But you're usually doing a big cleanup. Is it the special? It's a special, not the ultimate here. 3 regeneration self and villain allies, heal self, attacking the primary target, 350% damage. Usually there's only 1 enemy remaining, and this just kills them because you're getting 2 villain allies with the highest damage. They do not assist not to attack the primary target. Those allies gain more damage for the attack. So while they didn't quite make the list, Cabal still very strong in Cosmic Crucible. You're probably not using him in other game modes, but still one of the better Cosmic Crucible teams with pre-Ares stats. So Valley Club, those are the top trios in Marvel Strike Force right now. Let me know what you think of this list. Are there some other trios that I forgot? Are there some that are just not strong enough that are on this list that you think should be out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, got some value from it, check out some of the other videos on the channel. Check me out on social media as well. But if you want to see every character in Marvel Strike Force ranked, the good ones, the bad ones, the in-between ones, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys. Hulk Fist Bump, ValleyFlyin out.